I've been very fortunate enough to take care of two transplant patients. One is Aaron Potter and the other is Emily Riddell.
Our wonderful care at Rainbow started in 2007. Aaron was first diagnosed with ALL when she was just 3. We went through 2.5 years of chemotherapy with her, and then she was clear for about 19 months. We found out that Aaron's cancer had relapsed. Aaron had just turned 7, and we found out cancer was back. And I felt like my feet were taken out from underneath me that day. And then I had to tell Aaron.
I think the toughest moment of this job is telling someone that their child has cancer, especially telling them twice.
I think at that point you realized how serious it was. Here we were with this little 3-year-old with her beautiful long hair, and embarking on a journey that we really just had no idea how far we were going to have to go. We said, you know, these are your options. We don't have to do anything. We can do some chemo and see what happens, or we go all out and go for another transplant, but we made it clear you can't live with leukemia. And that little girl looked at us and said, I want them to fight as hard as they can. And so we did. She did. She did.
Emily was diagnosed with mucopolysaccharidosis. It's also known as MPS1 or Hurler syndrome. Most of the children diagnosed, Emily has the most severe type. Most of the children diagnosed with that don't live past early childhood. So our only option, or one of our only options, was to do bone marrow transplant. Emily was in the hospital for initially 3 days to start the chemo process. From there we went home for about a week, and then we went back inpatient. When we first got discharged, we only were out for 2 days before we were readmitted for another 2 weeks. And then we've had 10 post-transplant admissions as well.
So as one may imagine, going through a blood stem cell transplant procedure actually takes several weeks, and sometimes the patients are actually in the hospital for months. And because of that, it's very important for the patients to actually have a very comfortable space where they can not only get optimal care, but more importantly, they can continue to be kids or young adults and adolescents.
So for 9 weeks straight, our family lived in the room in Rainbow.
We've spent more days than I can count probably at this point within the hospital.
But in a transplant situation, the amount of time that you spend there, day after day, night after night, week after week, month after month in transplant cases, it tends to get a little cramped.
Having more room to have things in there that could be a little more distracting other than the sick child in the bed could help with a sibling coming to visit. And I can tell you right now that siblings being there with your sick child does a world of a difference.
In the end, Aaron's healing comes quicker, faster, happier, easier when the whole family has a chance to comfortably be there.
Just making the resources available to help those families have whatever it is they need to keep working, to keep managing the rest of their family life while all the time staying within the hospital all day, all night. Life
does have to go on. We have to work, try to work as hard as it is sometimes. We have to take care of our other kids outside of the hospital. So, the whole process is just such a challenge.
The ability to enhance that space, to expand the size and number of rooms that we have for bone marrow transplant is a really important piece to ensure the future of BMT at Rainbow.
Having new facilities isn't going to change the care. You're already getting the top of the line care. Raising the bar, make it better, make it bigger, make it better than what people expect. So because we've been given so much, we want to give back and we want to give to future families. So that's what our event tonight is about.
My ultimate hope is that no one would ever have to go through it. For the families who do, and we truly hope that these rooms reflect the same quality that the people within the Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital also reflect.
So the value of the support that we have from the community through philanthropy and gift giving enables us to really enhance the infrastructure and the services that we provide for those patients.
We want to make sure that these families who have to go down this road have the absolute best that they need. And I know that Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital can provide that.